Hi everybody, it is Tim. It is almost the Christmas season. It's getting really cold all over the United States. It's starting to get cold in New York. We are not going to get any snow. It doesn't look like we're just getting a lot of rain and then the cold, but I thought I would show you a little bit of what is going on in my house. And I'm starting with one of the better areas because it gets worse depending on what room you're in. So this is actually the bedroom. I have a really nice view. I'll step out of the way here of the Hudson River out there. And it's nice and sunny today. But in these windows right here, I have a lot of, not a lot, but a few of my tropicals. And I want to remind everybody, like and more importantly, subscribe to my channel because I'm trying to get a lot of users and subscribers, and that helps me know who's watching, and also YouTube likes it when I have lots of them, so please do that. You can just click on subscribe. So I thought I'd go over a little bit of what's in here. So over here, this is one of my date palms that I actually grew from the date pits that you eat when you go and buy just dates in the store. So one of the things I really like to make, I get dates, I put blue cheese in them and wrap them in bacon and cook them in the oven. And I used to just throw the pits away, and lately I've been growing them. So this one's from last year. It's not my biggest one, and they really do, they're like a goldfish. If you put it in a big pot, it will grow fast, especially the dates. They're doing really well. And then next to it I have my sago palm, which is not really a palm at all, but I've had this for many years. It's got a really good trunk on it. It's hard to see because it's really down low in this. And I put these in the ground every year. I dig them up. They don't really have a big root system at all. And a lot of people say we should just leave them outside and winterize like the rest of my palms because they actually do pretty well. And I would, except for the fact they're so easy to bring in. They don't need a lot of watering. It's just so easy. Why do I want to go through the trouble of covering them up when I don't think they're growing any less fast, because they don't grow that much in the wintertime. They tend to grow in the summer anyway, so I'm pretty happy with that. Over here I have one of my big tall cactuses. That is my goal, to keep that outside. I want to build a little cactus area outside that has a lot of protection. And I don't know if you can see on the floor, I've got some more date palms over here. I have a lot of baby trochycarpus from my windmill palm. These were all seeds. I'm going to kind of go up to the camera and hope you can see. These were all seeds. The light's a little bad in here. There's probably like 20 plants in there. I have a lot of these, a lot. So I'm hoping they all do well. And there's a Buccia odorata here. It's a double. I didn't want to separate it. It looks like it came out of one seed. Sorry about the light in here again, but it's doing pretty well in here. I've got several of those. I got those from Rare Palm Seeds in Europe. I got a bunch of cool seeds. These were the only ones I got to come up. Everything else did not do very well. I don't have a whole lot of luck with some palm seeds, and then I have tremendous luck with other ones. And then I'll turn this camera a little bit. I have some more sagos and things over there. You can see a little bit of the view out there. So here's another sago right here, and a couple of date palms on the ground there. So this is the bedroom. Not too bad. We are gonna move on to the bathroom next, and I'll show you what's going on in there. So here I am in the bathroom, and this is what I have surrounding my bathtub here. I have quite a few cactus, but I also have some palms, and then my Norfolk Island palm, or pine, I always want to call it a palm. There's two of them right here. One was a gift many years ago from friends at Christmas time, and I've kept it alive ever since. And the other was one of our neighbors got rid of it, so I was lucky enough to get it. So I just keep things where I can put them, and they all fit in here pretty well. So I thought I would show you really quick. I have some more trachycarpus in here. So right here, I have some sable palmettos that are really, really small, and these are about 2 years old. A friend gave these to me, and this just kind of shows you how small they are. And I also have some cactus, and this is the edible ones that you can eat the fruit. I got these from the grocery store, grew the seed, took the seed out, grew them. I haven't gotten any fruit yet, hopefully they will. Fruit soon. I have my tequila agave back over here. I'm hoping I can keep that outside soon. And some more agaves, another Butea adorata that I have, and a bunch of trachycarp. So that's the view outside, looking out over the Hudson. My bamboo in the window that I have a little too much of, just to give you. There's my tequila agave, some of my cactuses, my Madagascar palm, some more agave, some more palms, and some more cactus. So that is that. So this is the sunroom. This is an old deck that they actually enclosed, not me, but the former owners, which is set up really nice for me to have a lot of my plants. A lot of my palms are in here. There's a skylight, it really helps. And I have quite a few things in here which I'll just kind of go over, but it's just a really nice place to have most of the palms that I'm really kind of watching, making sure no spider mites are on. This one's getting really heavy, this bottle palm, but I really, really like it. And then I have some fun things like a few of my pineapples and a few of my little palms that are in here that I'm just kind of keeping an eye on. So it's a good space to have in here. I get a lot of good light, and then I can easily move things out onto the deck too when the weather is really, really nice. So I'm really lucky in that aspect that it works pretty well. Okay, so now you can see this a little bit better. I've got some cactus over here. Out the window. The Coast Guard is going down the river. And so here's some white palms. There's some hybrid date palms. There's another date that I did from edible date. I'm rescuing some staghorn ferns from some friends, and then some bunch of Washingtonias, a few Trachycarpus back there, some baby palms, more Trachycarpus. James Palm gave me a bunch of seeds and they all took off, so that's what all of that is. And I don't know where I'm gonna put them all. I'll probably give them away to a lot of friends. There's my bottle palm, my other date palm. And some of these are all the same age, and just because that's in a bigger pot, it's growing really, really fast and well. Just some various plants back in here. There's a ribbon palm back here. This is a, can't even remember the name. It is a, let's just set it up here. It's a Carnarvon Gorge palm, Livistona Nitida. I got that on Etsy, and it looks like it's doing really well, and it's supposedly pretty hardy, so it might be a good choice for the outdoors at some point, being covered of course. And then my Bismarck is back there, and then I'm not even going to go into what that is because that's a failure back there, but my Bismarck is doing well. It looked like it was going to be dead, and then it came back, so I'm happy about that. Some bananas. I don't know if you watch some of my earlier videos, I will show you. One of my bananas was in the ground and I thought it was all dead, and I said I'm going to save it. And this is the one, if you look, it was just all like that. And so that's a Musa Bastio, and my parrot wants my attention now, so that you get the scent. There's one of my dogs. I forgot to talk about my olive tree here. I've had this for probably 10 years. I bring it in and out. It's actually produced quite a bit of olives, and I have to leave it outside to get some cold, and then I bring it in when it's really, really cold. Like right now, it should probably go back outside because it's a nice day. I want to walk into the other room. I have a lot of little things in here. I monitor some of what is going on with the temps outdoors. In my palms there, some of my cactus, some of my big gigantic yuccas and bird of paradise. Parrot back there in the background again, and these are just some of my palms in here. So these are two of my rescue birds. This is my Amazon, which I'm going to grab out over here. She was in a hoarding situation in New Jersey, and she has a really nice home now, but she's really, really loud, and she wants to be held all the time. And then she is very, very jealous of this little bird here, which is a miniature macaw, who is extremely sweet and nice and just wants to be held all the time too. But she is super, super sweet. And they do not get along at all, but they definitely add to that nice tropical feel of the house. And I'm going to build a outdoor structure for both of them so they can hang out by the pool in the summertime. I just wanted to show you through here. Rubber plant. Christmas tree, because it is Christmas time. And then just looking back into the other room here. So that's kind of a tour of the upstairs. So these are two of my rescue birds. This is my Amazon, which I'm going to grab out over here. She was in a hoarding situation in New Jersey, and she has a really nice home now, but she's really, really loud, and she wants to be held all the time. And then she is very, very jealous of this little bird here, which is a miniature macaw, who is extremely sweet and nice and just wants to be held all the time too. But she is super, super sweet. And they do not get along at all, but they definitely add to that nice tropical feel of the house. And I'm going to build a outdoor structure for both of them so they can hang out by the pool in the summertime. I just wanted to show you through here. Rubber plant. Christmas tree, because it is Christmas time. And then just looking back into the other room here. So that's kind of a tour of the upstairs. So these are two of my rescue birds. This is my Amazon, which I'm going to grab out over here. She was in a hoarding situation in New Jersey, and she has a really nice home now, but she's really, really loud, and she wants to be held all the time. And then she is very, very jealous of this little bird here, which is a miniature macaw, who is extremely sweet and nice and just wants to be held all the time too. But she is super, super sweet. And they do not get along at all, but they definitely add to that nice tropical feel of the house. And I'm going to build a outdoor structure for both of them so they can hang out by the pool in the summertime. I just wanted to show you through here. Rubber plant. Christmas tree, because it is Christmas time. And then just looking back into the other room here. So that's kind of a tour of the upstairs. So now I'm downstairs. I'm looking out at some of my palm structures from a bedroom. Don't worry, this is a bedroom. It's a guest room that's not used that much. So it's not like they're suffering. In the summer, plenty of people can stay here and have a beautiful view with the palm trees, without the palm structures, but obviously not the most attractive right now. But I thought I would show you in here. I've got a bunch of clivia stored in here. They're such an easy plant because you don't water them all winter. Then I've got a few more palms in the window here, and a date palm from Jordan. One of my friends brought me back a bunch of Jordan dates when he was in Jordan, and I thought, well, maybe they'll be a little bit different from the normal ones that I get from California. So that's so one of the fun things when you know crazy gardeners who have a lot of tropicals is if you go through their house and find any kind of closet, you're most likely going to find something in the closet. Like I'm overwintering my red bananas in here. I'm not even going to try to say their scientific name.
So they are in here. This is the first time I've ever done it this way, where I just they're dry. I'm not watering them. I'm just letting them stay in here. So far, so good. I may, in February, take them out and put them in some dirt and water them a little bit. Thinking about that. But anyway, and I've got some plumeria stored as well in another closet. I probably won't show that today. But yeah, and then the fun of the garage with my fluorescent lights. So here's some more of my red bananas. These are actually in soil, so obviously they look a little bit better. I didn't want to risk trying this new method with all of them. Over here I have some of my non-hardy pomegranates back there, which I'm actually going to put in the ground next year. They're hidden back there behind the oleander. They're starting to get some new leaves on them, but everybody says if I cover them, I can leave those outside too. And they haven't. I grew those from pomegranate fruit from the grocery store, so I'm hoping they will actually do pretty well. And then I wanted to show you, it looks like my bird of paradise. I can't tell if that's a leaf. I think that's a leaf. I was hoping it was a bloom, but I think it's just a new leaf. This one blooms in the winter time, usually down here. It's one of my, I have several small ones that will tend to bloom in the winter time. Here's some of my papyrus in the fish tank. And some of my jade plants. More palm trees. More palm trees. These are up high. There's trachycarpus in there. There's date palms in there. There's a few Washingtonias up there. Lots of trachycarpus, all from one of mine. And then my two big tree ferns that a friend gave me this fall. I actually moved down here because I thought they were just getting too dried out. And I have some citrus back there. And this is actually where my car goes. And then I will show you over here another gigantic, not gigantic, but big, big, big olive tree. And then back over here you'll see a lemon blooming or growing on one of my ponderosa lemons. And then I have all my tropicals back in here. And these are just various citrus. There's a lot of gingers. There's a lot of elephant ears. There's some bananas. Nothing too exciting back here. Mostly the gingers and a papaya and a couple other things. And lots of bird of paradise on the back wall over there. But that's just kind of what is going on in here in the winter. I need to organize all my pots. So that is what is going on. Oh, and I have a lot of Brugmansia, the trumpet flowers too. Spider mites love to get them, but they're doing okay, and it looks like I need to water some back over there. Sometimes I lose all my leaves on my citrus down here, and sometimes not. They'll lose leaves, and then you will get a lot of new leaves and leaf out, and sometimes they don't. And then my big problem that I have is my night jasmine. As you can see here, it looks horrible. It like goes dormant, and 90% of the time it comes back, but every once in a while I have some that do not come back, and that just is unfortunate because I really like the night jasmine. It's a bit of a pain, all for a couple of weeks of just great fragrance on my back deck, but it I do really like it. And then over here I have just a bunch of windmills, and then back over here, it's hard to tell what these are. Here is my bougainvillea. That is going to go into the yard and get covered next year. Definitely is. There are people overwintering it, and they say if you put it in the ground, it will just be spectacular. So, and there's one of my big agaves that is also going to go in the ground. I don't know. You know, I had such torture this fall trying to get everything in and protected, and I've already forgotten what torture it was because I'm already thinking about, oh, I'm going to keep that outside, and I'm going to keep that outside. And then over here, if you've seen on my other videos, I have my koi tank. Let's see how it is. And they come in for the winter. Let's see if we can see any down here below the protection. They're all hiding right now. Oh, I think they're all swimming around back in there. So when they think they're going to get fed, then they come up. But it's nice having them in this. And it's nice that I have this big garage / basement space to keep the chickens. So anyway, that is a look at what is going on indoors with all my lights.